Yo. Yo. Better than never. Let's get it. Setup is all funny. Uh-oh. Where we at? Remember, always, anytime you come in here, just wipe your feet off, man. Come on. All you gotta do, hit the thumbs up button, wipe your feet off. It's like entering someone's home, the real football head's home. Let's get it. If you don't do that, bad boy, don't say nothing. Just sit back, relax. Come on, man. Too many people not wiping their feet off. Come on. The ratio of people to a thumbs up is just goofy. Let's go. Let's get it. Haters do it as well. Come on. There you go. Carlos wiped his feet. Let me know if you wiped your feet. Gator Jones wiped his feet. Keyshawn in the house. Sean Wilkins. Trey did it. Matthew. Subiato Surfer. Let's get it. My boy Gator Jones in the house. Setup is failing me right about now. Come on, man. Hit the thumbs up button. I know you haters. As soon as you see this shit pop up, you like, damn, man. Top billing in the house. I hate that dude. I'm gonna watch. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. Got some Auburn people in the crib. Let's go. This Mario dude didn't say nothing about wiping his feet off. He gonna come in here just giving out scores. All right, come on. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Playboy? Come on, man. Thumbs up. Let's go. Tay did it. Kobe did it. Laterio did it. V-Town did it. Camo did it. Let's go. Fab Five, says Charlie Brown. See, says, what up, coach? So Delmar dude didn't say nothing about wiping his feet off. He just coming in giving up scores. Come on, fam. I know I'm highly spazzable on Saturdays. I love spazzing out on people on Saturdays. This is the best day to Saturday spazzer day. Let's get it. The Geo dude didn't say nothing about wiping his feet off. Let's get it. Come on. Where we at? The ratio of thumbs up to people in here, not good. Here we go. Mike in the house. Corner time. What we talking about? What that mean? Corner time as in what? The Auburn cornerbacks? What we doing here, Mike? Let's go. Hit the thumbs up. Con Lee in the house. What up, Con? Hope you hit that thumbs up. All right, y'all. Where we at? What we want to do this? We had a nice little spirited late night. What was it? The first. Man, we may have been like 2-3 in the morning or something like that on the last live stream. It was crazy, right? So this time we're back at regular operating hours here. I want to watch this Florida Gators game. I guess for the most part. Damn. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pull it up. What up, Ulysses? Alabama, what that mean? Alabama. All right, what do you say about the corners? You know that the Dogs have cornerbacks. All right, speaking of cornerbacks, man, I'm looking to see what's popping with Tyreek Stevenson, man. Definitely want to see what's popping with Tyreek Stevenson for Georgia. Man, I went back and was watching even more. In the first series, he had a nice tackle on third down. He's just a quintessential football player, in my opinion. You can play him at a myriad of positions. He would be best probably served at a safety position as well, right? He looked like he would be a nasty safety. He would be a nasty inside corner. He can just play all over the yard. So I'm looking to see that. Same thing with Christian Tutt on the other side for Auburn. We're going to see my boy Christian Tutt. He affects the game or impacts the game beyond just defensive as well. I think he's one of the best punt returners in the country. He gets his hands on the ball. Christian Tutt's never been the fastest dude. I've been around him a lot. He's never been the fastest dude I've ever seen, but he's so crafty. He's just a football player. I like guys who I put in the category of just being football players, right? I think there's a lot to be said for guys. There's some people who play a position. There's some people who understand the game of football, and they're just heady football players. So those are two guys I'm looking out for, Christian Tutt and Tyreek Stevenson. Let's see how much playing time Tyreek Stevenson gets. Maybe if Devon Wilson is back or Mark Webb, however they seem. But to me, moving forward, that should be the guy right there, Tyreek Stevenson. Murph for Heisman. I like Stevenson, especially for a game like this. Hands-on man, says Nakia. Hands-on man. Pause. Let's go. Let's get it. What am I expecting out of Fromm today? Why you even asking that, bro? I only expect great things from Jake Fromm. Anybody thinking about asking me that forever, don't do it. I expect great things from Jake Fromm. That's just what's it. I've seen no reason why he can't every game why he can't do whatever he does. That's just what it is. So if he's not doing it, then it is what it is. Oh yeah, don't even call him Jake Fromm no more. Call him the General. Appreciate what you do, Murph. You're a rare breed and your football knowledge is next level. Oh yeah, and one more thing, go Gators, says Dustin. No diggity. Derek Brown, how about Derek Brown of Auburn? What about Derek Brown of Auburn, man? You want me to talk about Derek Brown for 400 million times in a row? You don't have to ask me about any of these kids within the confines of the state of Georgia. I've been around most of these kids. Derek Brown is a monster. The very first time I've been around him, he may have been I think he was a sophomore or something like that. I was like, man, this is a top 10 NFL draft pick. He very may well be a top 10 NFL. I said that back then, right? This kid is special, right? He's just a game plan record. So him going against that inside zone, depending on what's going on. Anybody got the latest on Trey Hill, right? Out there, you Georgia fans, the latest on Trey Hill. I haven't been paying attention. My group me gang ain't been enlightening me on this right there. You know I gotta be in the film, baby. I can't be worried about news and who's playing and stuff like that. I need people to have your boys back. Y'all want me in the film or y'all want me worrying about press conference and stuff? You don't want me in the press conference. You want me worrying about the film. So him going against that inside zone, him versus Trey Hill, him versus Cade Mays on the inside or whatever like that. Move him around, let him go against Solomon Kinley. I think he could wreck Georgia's game plan to run inside zone. That's just me, though. Ray says Hill has been practicing. Nakia says Sugar Hill stand up. But you want Sugar Hill stand up with what's his name? Tyler Taylor. Tyler Taylor. Hill's supposed to be good to go, says Delmar. He better be good to go. What you talking about? You better be good to go. You know when we do the people who say stuff like that. Jordan Davis and Tyler Clark are monsters too. Let's go. Jordan Davis is definitely a monster. Tyler Clark, man, in my opinion, should be the best player on the entire team, right? But I don't know, man. The inconsistencies of last year, like he killed it in the playoffs when they went to the national championship game. He may have been the best player, and he may have been better than Trenton Thompson at the time. Y'all remember Trenton Thompson was super hyped up, right? But ever since then, man, he's made plays and stuff like that, but he hasn't taken it to the next level where I feel like snap in, snap out, he'll be impacting the game like that. However, he is in a rotation, a heavy rotation, because Georgia has like 12 people they play amongst this defensive front too. So I mean, maybe it's just circumstances. Where we at, man? This is a live stream, but this is also a super chat too. Make sure y'all get these questions in. Y'all asking a lot of questions. Make sure you get them super chats in, baby. Let's get it. 4 minutes to the Florida game. I gotta see what I'm gonna do with this. 1 second. Dang, we're not even in the 50 likes. People are straight haters, man. Why you be a hater? I don't understand why you be a hater in life and still gotta be looking at it. You gotta be a hater to not have hit the thumbs up button. That's just it. That's the only thing I can think of. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get it, man. Come on. You hate but still participate. I thought that shit went out in 1992. Haters got called out in 92, man. I thought they were eradicated. Haters are like roaches. They'll never die. All right, there we go. I should be able to watch the Florida game as well. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the stream, though. All right, where we at? Somebody's looking far ahead? I don't understand who's looking far ahead. Nobody should be worried about anything but Florida, Missouri, and Auburn and Georgia, or whomever's playing their team these days. Do not be looking ahead on these games. These are some pivotal matchups. If you're a Georgia fan and you're looking past Auburn, or you're an Auburn fan and you keep saying dumb shit, talking about Georgia lost to South Carolina. Georgia also beat the team that beat you. Like, come on. Like, anybody who was coming with that shit right there, automatically, like, shit, I was like, man, I had to question people's sexuality when they do shit like that, for real. Like, I'm like, come on, man. These dudes be doing other shit other than football. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Be football, but it ain't the type of football you think. Flesh said he's got a feeling Auburn is going to knock off Georgia. Flesh Weasel, I think you and I had an exchange too. What you doing up in here, bro? From 19 out of 26. How many yards though? Swift 12 carries for 109 yards. D-Rob 6 for 97 and 1 TD, says Marvin. Hey, very ambitious there. D-Rob getting almost 100 yards. Underground King, what up? Caleb Herto in the house. What up? Somebody thumbs it down, man. That's what people are gonna do, man. Like, think about it. You're jumping on some shit, thumbs some shit down because you like to watch. But every day you're gonna hate. It's called hate liking. You seen the commercials called hate liking. You want it so bad to be a participant in the hated and everything like that, but you can't help yourself. Can't help yourself. What up, Ryan? I would be shocked if Swift takes 12 carries to break 100. Damn, you think he break 100 yards in under 10 carries or something like that? I'm confused. Are you trying to say that it would take more than 12 carries? Rain says sensitive ass kids. Yeah, people out there are super sensitive, but they haters, but they always watching. So people be thinking they're doing themselves like, oh yeah, I did something. But you still watching, man. You still contributing to the movement, no matter how you that's how dumb you are. You're supposed to avoid shit if you don't like it. UGA better not sleep on Auburn or they're gonna get that ass exposed, says Steven. Freddie G TV, Murph, who are the key players for this UGA and Auburn? Freddie G coming with the most generic questions ever. I just did our 20-minute film study, Freddie G. Did you not see that? The key players, I would think it would always be I always look at what are both teams trying to accomplish, right? Georgia wants to accomplish this inside is between the tackles run game, which consists of combo blocks at the next level, right? Inside zone. So the key players would be whoever the interior offensive line is, right? Trey Hill, Cade Mays, Solomon Kinley, and these guys going against Truesdale, Derek Brown, whomever, Connis Miller, whoever they put on the interior, right? That's what I'm looking for right there. And same thing, vice versa. We're not talking about that. Auburn is a heavy inside zone team as well. What can it do against Georgia's front? Georgia's run game has been lethal, right? Is it a fallacy because they have not played good run teams or good balanced teams who can pass the ball and affect the run game, right? We know Florida is not a good run game, right? Doesn't have a good run game. It has a great passing game. However, Georgia was able to kind of focus and kind of limit that or whatever like that. So can Auburn be balanced enough to where it can impact that? Because if Auburn can pass the ball, then if the run game gets up to snuff and they start hitting those inside runs and then start breaking those edge bending runs and everything like that, then hey man, it could be a long day. Delmar says trench play all the way. Stanley Murphy, let's get it. Does Emory get a drive to himself? You mean while the game is in contention? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how tight they're going to be playing this. It's going to be cold and everything like that. So what you got to keep in mind is, hold on. What you got to keep in mind is that this is a huge game for Florida. Florida needs to hit double-digit wins. You can show double-digit wins in back-to-back seasons at the University of Florida. Man, sky should be the limit. Sky should be the limit because you're working on a little bit different plane than most people, right? So you should be able to. You don't have to recruit at the top 5 level at Florida with Dan Mullen and his guys. Excuse me, I'm watching Alabama right here. They said Tua is going to play. Yeah, I think he's going to play. You don't have to recruit at a top 5 level at the University of Florida, but you're showing 10 and you're recruiting anywhere from the 7 to 10 range or something like that. You should be good, man. So you got to win these games. You got to show some growth or show that you're still on that same plane. All right. They're the best 2-loss. Who's the best 2-loss team? Oh, Auburn? Any team UGA plays is the best team for the amount of losses they have. Florida was the best 1-loss team, and then they became the best 2-loss team until 2 weeks later. Yeah, I do that. That's what you call people just adjusting the facts. That's what I always say that. I work off just the facts. A lot of people like to adjust the facts. Murph, we not the best 2-loss team. Who's we, bro? I don't know why people always do that. Like, let's be real here, fam. I'm talking to literally thousands of people per day. How am I supposed to know what your team is? Oh, the Gators, the best 2-loss team? The Gators are Auburn, the best 2-loss team? I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't like to do that loser type shit. You know what I mean? You got 2 losses. I just think the Gators are a great team anyway. You know what I'm saying? I guess if you wanted to pare it down like that, yes, we could say that they're the best 2-loss team. But the Gators are just a great team, in my opinion. Anyway. Moonshine wiped his feet. Let's get it. Let's get it to 100 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Come on, haters. All right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm going to be watching this game, so y'all going to have to super chat to get my attention on some of these questions here. Can't wait to see this Missouri defense going against this Florida offense, right? I think the Missouri defense did a pretty good job against Georgia last week. I didn't like the run game from Georgia last week, and it was a good preparation. It was good preparation for a team like Auburn, though. So you will say in back-to-back weeks it will have faced some really good interior defensive play. However, Florida gets to see that now. So, but would that affect Florida? Because Florida can spread them out and then work it in that manner. All right, where we at? Murph, they may need me to join the playoff committee. Nah, bro. They don't want people who are unbiased. They want people who have some type of bias. Because you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be mad because I don't have SEC bias and none of that. That's not my deal. Kyle Pitt versus Albert O comparison. Kyle Pitt is just a little bit more fluid of an athlete, where I think Albert O, though, could probably impact the game a lot more as an inline tight end. He's a big old dude, very physical like that. But Kyle Pitt is definitely a more fluid athlete. I can't see Albert O playing Z receiver and stuff like that. But then again, Kyle Pitts was a receiver last year, so they're just a different way of operating. Both really good, though. Both very good. Gator Jones in the house. Hope Florida can come out and start like they started the second half last week and get up and let Fab Five get some playing time. Get that boy Fab Five in the game. Man, moving forward, though, past the Fab Five thing, that kid that they have coming in the 2020 class, if something happens to Fab Five and he wants to play and, you know what I'm saying, he happens to go, I feel really, really good about that, right? I would feel real good about that. I know people want to say that if Felipe Franks stayed, right? Maybe he stayed and was and competed and then just was relegated to being a backup, right? If something happened to Kyle Trask, he got his chance. So you would still, to me, would have the best QB situation going into the country if Kyle Trask and Felipe Franks were on the same team. And then you can work in the young boy, right? So that would still be Emory Jones' third year on campus, and this guy would just be a true freshman. So as far as athleticism and all that, he may be even a better athlete than Fab Five. We'll have to see about his storm. But what I like about that kid is when I was looking at it was highlights though, so I have to go back and look at actual games. But I like kids who are athletic, but when they scramble and detach from the pocket, they're keeping their eyes up and they're still looking to get the ball to their playmakers. I'm not very big on running quarterbacks unless it's design runs. But guys who detach and they go through their first primary read and then they're gone, I don't like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll know me. I have a different vibe. A lot of people love, like, oh, take off. I don't like to take off shit. You know what I'm saying? I play ball. I want everybody to get the ball distributed to them. They're the targets. You're not the target. So to me, that's almost like selfish ball. Unless they're designing run concepts for you, then we can, you know what I'm saying, we can get it popping in that manner. But that guy likes to keep his eyes up when he's scrambling, at least from what I saw from highlights. But I'll try to catch a full game of him or try to talk to some of my people who I know would have full games. What's his name? I forget his name. The future is really gay for Florida under Merlin. I agree. Richardson. Yeah, Richardson. What is he? Anthony Richardson? This today is about to be off the chain, man. Man. All right, y'all let me know some of the other games that you guys are watching. And let me know some of the other games that are on the noon slate as well. He was at the Elite 11. I don't give a rip about the Elite 11. Dudes throwing through cones and shit. Throw this ball through this tire. And people be taking that shit to be the damn gospel truth. Oh, so-and-so threw the ball through the tire the best. He's going to be a superstar. All right, for Florida, what I want to see is, first I want to see they could keep wearing them white helmets. They can keep doing that. I love that jersey combination. But they're back to the orange lids. But I want to see them bust some ass as well. But I want to see them work some of the young guys in during like combat, right? When it's Not when they're killing them. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some of these guys get in early. I want to see if they bring in Diabate. Is Jeremiah Moon playing? Oh, Marvin Robertson, go Dogs. Our defense is still getting better, which will be seen today. Swift will rush for over 100 and Fromm throws for over 220. Peace. Marvin Robertson coming in, dropping and throwing deuces on people. Jeremiah Moon is out. Let's get it. So that will elevate other people. So I want to see Lloyd Summerall come in even earlier. I understand that may be wishful thinking because Mizzou is a pretty good team, especially if Kelly Bryant is playing. Moon out for the year? Oh, that changes things. I wonder if that works in the Gators' favor to have him come back as well. He should come back anyway. I don't think he's some type of super impactful player, but I've seen people with less stats and less accolades than him go to the NFL as well. All right, here we go. As always, passing on first down. Back shoulder fade to Vanny Jeff. Two-man route combination. Look at the rhythm release in the timing, right? Rhythm release and the timing. That's nothing but practice right there. That's straight practice, understanding the body language of your people. Look at that. Kyle Pitts had an X receiver. Oh, coming back with the dude. So this AC dude, and where's the number 8 dude? The number 8 from Missouri. That's going to be hard. What's his name? Number 8. I like that kid. He had a lot of moxie. He was going against Georgia. He was talking trash to everybody. Tyreek Cleveland, Josh Hammond, Van Jeff, P. Diddy, LaMichael P. Ryan. Boys got some dudes. Oh, it's the Vanny Jeff day, I see. They look cold. It does look cold. It looks cold on the field. What you got to think about this is, man, I know everybody wants Fab Five to play. I want Fab Five to play. You know what I mean, I'm pro state of Georgia players for sure, no matter where they go. Matter of fact, I like Georgia players that go to out the other states because they're taking the brand and putting it all across the country. That the state of Georgia is where the ballers play. Number 8 is Ware. He's a sophomore. I like that dude. Oh, no. Oh, somebody said Gillespie. That's what you were saying? Number 9 is Gillespie. What's up, Jal? Oh, here we go. This is another thing I want to see. How many sacks can Missouri get, right? Because these guys have a really good defensive front, and I'm sorry, no matter what people say, I saw people trying to say that White got in the game. Now the line looked different. Like, no, you played Vandy. Oh, dang, who's that? Who's that gave up that sack right there? AC's been there forever. Oh, look, AJ in the crib. Oh, AJ, you the one that said Gillespie? What's wrong with you, man? Trash stepping up in the pocket. Oh, my God. Man, if only they had ran that route at a different depth, that would have been hard. That was a nice throw, though. Climbed the pocket, hit him right out of his bake. On my boy, number 8, too. Vanny Jeff. But that's how you got to play this. If you're a corner, you know, like, all right, this is where I got to cover at, right? So I don't have to be aggressive if the route starts to break this early. I know that they're saying I know people. This is a common misconception with people. People like he ran the route short. You're going to run the route the way you practice it. You know what I'm saying? That's up to the coach to call routes that goes beyond the stick. So what are you going to add an extra a couple of steps onto a route that you normally run at 7 yards. That's not feasible. That's why good coaches call routes that go beyond the sticks. People who are watching the game or like telestrating the game or something, like commentating the game, like come on, like doesn't make any sense. My route runs at my depth and my stem is at 7 yards. That's what I'm going to do. They shouldn't have called that shit. There are plenty of routes that go beyond 7 yards. We need to get run. If we need to get 6 yards, call routes that go 7 and 8 yards. What did I think of that drive? I thought it was a pretty good drive, but man, you can't get sacks. That's what people always talk about. Caleb Von Chasen, he got pressure. What the hell is pressure, man? People can go look at Aaron Rodgers' stats under pressure. I think he excels under pressure, right? Sacks. That's what happens when you get sacks and stuff like that. Shit starts to change. So that was a good drive, but you can't give up a sack. Where we at, man? We got any real football heads in the house today? Somebody get these super chats popping. Let's go. Let's talk football. Give me some good questions. Hey, Mr. Top Billing, do you work in the radio? You have the voice for it. Yes, I've done tons of radio, bro. Appreciate you. But no, this is where I work at. You're under my umbrella and my brand right here. So I work at Top Billing. Why don't they adjust the route depth on down distance? You mean on the fly? That doesn't even matter. That doesn't make sense. You can't adjust route. These are tried and true concepts for the past 6,000 years. Nobody's inventing routes. We can think about all these same cell routes and all this shit go back since the 1900s. There are 25 routes or whatever it is. You call one of the 17 or whatever that goes beyond the sticks. You not say, all right, we normally run this at 7 yards, and this is what you practice, but this time add 2 more onto it. You be in the middle of your route like that, thinking about, all right, 2 more steps. You probably wouldn't understand how to come out your break. That you might round it off or something like that. Football is about repetition. Interested to see what they do with Trey Dean today. Is Georgia a true playoff contender? Oh man, you late, bro. I don't know why people like to ask me generic questions. Like I talked about this 15,000 times on the channel. I got how many videos I have this year? I mean, how much live stream talk? Even past the videos, at the very least, the live stream, right? I probably got 60 hours worth of live stream since I started doing it a couple of months ago. Yes, I think Georgia's a playoff team, bro. I done said that a long time, right? Defense is what I'm after, right? It's going to be the switch up is going to be somebody who can play some really good defense, limited somebody's offense. CeeDee Lamb may miss the game today with a concussion. Oh no! Jump man. Oh, jump man is okay. Oh, somebody on here piping Alabama playing against Mississippi State. Who's doing it? Marco tackling people today? Uh-oh. John Grenard. We got to give a shout out to Zach Carter, too, because Zach Carter played very well last week, man. Handling business. Got Ankrum out there. Kyrie, man, a whole bunch of look at those, man. Pay attention to these guys. People out there talking this and that. They never even heard of Zach Carter. Florida's not going to have any people next year. They never heard of Zach Carter. All right, so they like a Kyer Elam. Kyer Elam on the exterior with C.J. Henderson and Marco on the slot. Zach Carter with the pressure from Mr. Dr. Pressure. Whitey Panda in the house. Auburn is going to look different. Nick Brahms at center will be more physical. Oh, damn. Sorry, I wanted to say that play. All right, Nick Bronze at center over what's his name? Kim. What happened to Kim? He got hurt or something like that. DJ Williams is taking over that running spot, and Bo Nix plays great at home. These things are facts, bro. Facts. But does Bo Nix play good at home because the people he play at home is like Ole Miss and Mississippi State? Or does he play good at home no matter who it is? Like he would have played the same teams he struggled, like LSU. He'd have been balling against LSU. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna find out today. But what happened to Kim? Kim got his spot took, not injured. I love when I see people do something different. Some of these teams will ride the same dude no matter what. Like, oh, we have nothing. We can't try nothing different, Cletus. Some of y'all's coaches is Cletuses. Some of y'all's coach hangs with Cletus. We can't do nothing different, Cletus. We got to keep trotting out the same guy who keeps making mistakes. Nick Bronze over Caleb Kim. Let's get it. Got benched in the LSU game. That's hard. That's hard. All right, where we at? Let's get it. Come on, y'all. All these Georgia Auburn people at? Andrew Troy, Georgia run defense will show up big time today. What happened to Tommy Bush? I heard he was injured. He got a groin injury or something? Is he the groin injury guy? Austin Bragg in the house. Auburn D-line gonna win inside. Gonna get it out quick. Oh, gotta get it out quick. I'm confused there. So you're a Georgia fan and you're conceding the inside? That's hard. Could Penn State still make it if they win out? Hell yeah, they could still make it if they win out. They lost to an undefeated team first and foremost, right? So I don't like to do the best loss thing and all that, but they lost to an undefeated team, and then they still get to play Ohio State. Then they could avenge that loss to Minnesota in the Big Ten championship game. They could definitely make it if they win out. Brahms more physical at the point of attack. Only thing seems to be keeping him off the field is the ability to communicate at the line of scrimmage, says Mike. Well, we shall see. We shall see. It's definitely a tough task there to undergo. But so you're trying to say he did well against Ole Miss? I like Ole Miss, man. Something about Ole Miss I really like. Kadarius Toney. Oh, why do dudes be carrying the ball? What's my football was here? So you guys how to carry the damn ball. These dudes be killing me with that. He's swinging the ball away from his body, man. When you get in the traffic, baby, had that bad boy like up and over here with it. Like, can't keep giving up sacks, man. It's Florida's Achilles heel right there. What did I tell you? Before this game started, before in the live stream, I told you Missouri's defensive line is very much in the mode of South Carolina's and Auburn's. That's the thing about Georgia, right? If Georgia is able to get past Auburn, it will have played. Think about the defensive fronts it has seen. So going against a team in the future with some of these teams, it was not going to be a shock to it. USC East has a sick ass defensive front. So does Auburn. So does Missouri. And Florida's is very good as well. So these guys are battle. People are talking about the offense. These guys are kind of battle tested at Georgia. Kyle Trask winning that slow option. That's the slow option, not the speed option, the slow option. That's hard. But there's the thing, though, man. I think when Coach Mullen sees stuff like that, when the hacker sees stuff like that, he's like, man, suppose I would have ran that play with Emory Jones. a speed option. Man, more Swain, please. He ain't getting it. Looking like it's going to be competitive, man. It could be competitive. I love good defenses, man. Just telling you, you can have a great offense like I feel Florida has, a great passing attack or whatever like that. But there's more to football than just offense. And people, I think, will eventually learn that. It's like when I ask people, why did Clemson beat Alabama in the national championship game? Everybody thought Alabama was going to dog walk Clemson. They were doing that same dumb shit. Oh, Clemson almost lost to Texas A&M and all this and that. So why do fans do that? I know why fans do that, but why do they think that's cool? But they beat up on Alabama because they played great defense. Santee says pop-up shop. 2 sacks and 2 drives, right? Both ending punts. Oh, both ending kicks, right? A field goal and a punt. Got to get these guys on the ground. Some of these teams getting pressure. Pressure is cool, but once you get a QB on the ground, shit changes for you. You get pressure, he could probably still complete the pass. Nobody's completing the pass from the back. Greg says, what are we watching? Greg is top billing channel challenged. You know, the Florida game was probably popping at least this year with the content, right? Next year it could be different. I got to really think from a business standpoint right here. Man, there could be some real big shit happening for the University of Tennessee. And I teased that coverage earlier this year and decided to just continue to roll on with how it's going right there. But if some of the shit happens the way I think it may happen, I would always be forced to cover Tennessee. So we'll monitor that as it goes, but could be some real big shit at Tennessee. Miami gonna be lit next year, just saying. Yeah, man. But if people haven't heard the story of the Miami, so I don't know what to keep telling you. I probably need one more year break from Miami, right? Because I covered. So these are some of these teams I covered, right, in my actual before having my own stuff, right? So I covered Miami for Canesport.com at Rivals.com, and I just kind of got tired of that coverage. As a matter of fact, the publisher called me right before the season started, and he was like, "What can we get for you to come back? You know what I mean, to cover Miami this season?" I'm like, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "You can't play me enough. I'm making way more than I was making covering football teams for you and whomever else I cover for. It's not even you couldn't pay me that much." So you guys out there, what do you guys? You guys offensive or defensive guys? Let me know individually. Michael McCray is a defensive guy. Dundarian's a defensive man. Marcus is a defense. Caleb's defense. Chef Dabo's a defense. All you guys ain't no defensive guys. Y'all just saying that because you know what I'm saying. Y'all see my vibe. Y'all guys be at home be like, man, I wish they scored 78 points today. Cat starts scoring 50 and 60 points. I get nervous. Ryan said he doesn't have a preference. Rain played corner. Michael. Brandon said, what the hell? Are you coming in here just trying to get blocked, Brandon? Like, what are we doing here? I'm a Miami fan. Of course, I love D. I coach defense. I like to hit folks, says Dundarian. There you go. Defense for Gator Jones. Terrio Dawson is a defensive guy. While more people out there don't understand that when some of these high-flying offensives see good defenses, shit looks different. They literally would take, Kelly Bryant getting loose. Let's talk about decisions. So Kelly Bryant, right, had a decision to go to either one of the teams I think he was looking at was another team in the ACC. I want to say maybe North Carolina, something like that. One team was Missouri, obviously, where he ended up at, and another team was Auburn. What do you think Auburn would have done this year, being able to redshirt Bo Nix or at least work him in for 4 games, but with Kelly Bryant being a 1-year rental. Horrible decision by Kelly Bryant, man. He could very much right now have his team in, just like Jalen Hurts, have his team in position to be in the college football playoffs and perhaps see his old team. So I know that he said he wanted to go to Missouri because he felt like it would prepare him better to be a quarterback. And I agree with that. So, but I'm not sure that anything's going to change the way the NFL saw him when he was at Clemson to what he's done this year at Missouri. But, you know what I mean? That's that man's decision. Can't be, man, that had to have been a whole. Can't fault the man for his own decision. But I was just thinking the other day, like, man, if Kelly Bryant would have played at Auburn this year, Auburn's a very good team. That's not to take anything away from the Prodigy. Y'all know I love the Prodigy, but I like to see some of these guys will get worked in and probably redshirt as a freshman, because people don't understand that. They'll judge you from your true freshman year like these asshole idiots are doing, and they'll think that to be your whole career, when in actuality is people are allowed to get better with experience. What's up, Southern Buck? Southern Buck finally stopped stripping. He back. Stevenson shut Albert down, says Caleb. Zach Bolton says he's been disappointing. I think his whole team's been disappointing, bro. He was allegedly looking at UNC. I thought I said that. Why do people like Greg Glaze, like, what's wrong with their internet? They can't hear? I said he was looking at, I think, an ACC team. I think it was North Carolina. Said he went to Missouri, but he was also looking at Auburn. Greg Glaze be on that erotic coconut milk. He on that $56K dollar. I don't see Zuniga. Is he still hurt? I think Zuniga should shut it down for the rest of the year, man. And this is what people are saying about, people were like, oh, man, they're going to lose Grenard and Zuniga. And I'm like, man, Grenard and Zuniga have been hurt for the majority of the year. They've not been a factor like people think they have been, and this defense is still performing. Look, Chris Bogle about that bad boy. Chris Bogle. Diabate, Chris Bogle. So they got Diabate, right? Working to vacate. Look at him. Got to finish the tackle, but look at him being able to skirt around the block. Luke Ancrum in the building. What do y'all think about the prospects for Tennessee? Y'all let me know. Anybody been watching Tennessee football, right? Y'all were clowning on them earlier. Now they done kind of surged it up. Looking like one of those field position type games, says Marcus. Do you think they used James Cook today? Man, y'all be killing me with this James Cooks and all these people stuff, man. How many guys you want these guys to use? You know, there's one football and only so many snaps. Can y'all name all the Georgia players that I have to talk about each week that people want to be used and they don't understand that there's one football? People will ask me about James Cook. They'll ask me about Kyrus Jackson. Then they'll say, can they target the tight ends, right? Then they'll be like, why Demetrius Robertson don't get the ball that much? And they'll be like, we need more carries for Zamir White. And then, like, come on, like, you guys are killing me with this. There's only so many balls to go around. Pause. So if you get the ball to James Cook more, then that means you subtract carries from someone else and you should subtract targets from someone else. That's what I don't understand. You got to pick your poison. Which one is more important to you? James Cook is a very good talent or whatever like that, but I don't think he's making a break in Georgia's offense at this particular point in time in his career. Next year, he could be the man. But right now, I think there are more pressing needs for Georgia than just targeting Cook. He's not breaking 80 and 90-yard runs. Demetrius Robertson is the guy that needs to be targeted more, if you ask me, right? Target somebody with some speed who can go downfield. People keep talking about, I want to be explosive. Then it's like, you think they'll play Cook more. So you can throw him the ball and he can get a nice 8-yard gain? Like, what are we talking about here? Indiana, Penn State is 7-10 Penn. That's the game. Definitely one of the games I want to be on. So y'all keep me updated. ENT in the crib. This game will be a field goal type of game to me. But what's up, Murph? Keep up the work on the film study. For sure, bro. I appreciate it. I think it'll be that. This is what people got to understand about these games, right? Is Missouri Central Time? I would think Missouri Central Time, right? Your body clock is not adjusted to some shit like that. Excuse me, only I just ate before I came. Your body's not adjusted to this type of stuff, right? So it may take you a while to get warmed up. I think once it warms up, perhaps, you know what I'm saying, Florida could let loose from there. But if it stays like this, man, you probably got to say that Missouri has a good chance of pulling an upset if it stays like this, just for the fact that they can keep getting to the quarterback. What happens if one of these Kyle Trask things become a turnover, like in the Auburn game? So they got your boy Fab Five. Wonder what is Fab Five going to do right here? You get two guesses, and they both don't count. Quarterback counter, or quarterback draw, or lead, or something like that. Justin Fields, number 2 over here. Man, you know, it'd be hard if they brought him in. Everybody knows he's going to run. And just let him throw on first down. Suppose he threw a 70-yard touchdown. That might be a wrap for Missouri. Exactly. When he comes in, you know that he has 3 or 4 things they're going to do. So you have him in the game with Kadarius Toney. Tendency breakers, man. You need tendency breakers. If he's in the game with Kadarius Toney, first of all, they're both guys that you're only going to put in the game to give them the ball. So you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you're putting Kadarius Toney in the game and just letting him work within the flow of the game with everyone else. You literally put him in to give him the ball. Same thing with Emory Jones. I guess he's going to get his own drive. That's hard. But you think they'll let him throw the ball on 3rd down? That's hard. Hard. And they should make them white helmets like the permanent move. That's like the hardest shit in the country. Nope. Sorry, Emory, you have to run. You can't throw. They do the same with James Cook. Exactly. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got to have tendency breakers. Damn, four to the field? That's hard. That's not enough spacing. You might need to just run the ball there or something like that. Like, where's the spacing at if you put 4 people to the field side? You really can't space it out enough. Like, what kind of routes could you run right there? It has to literally be all verts, it seems. All verts with some type of a in or out breaking route to the outside. But 4 to the side, that's gangster. Unless you were just going to target the other side. But you put 4 to the side and then 1 to the boundary, 4 to the field and 1 to the boundary with Emory Jones. He could have probably just detached from the pocket and picked up 4 yards. You like to see Cook out there with Smith? Yeah, that would be hard. You like the Mizzou uniforms? Mizzou's uniforms are hard. That's my favorite, like, colors. Black and like a gold. With a white helmet. What I tell you, in my opinion, for your shit to be popping, as far as the uniforms go, you have to have 3 colors. Now, very seldom, there's some teams that can get away with just 2 colors, right? Like Tennessee. Tennessee shit I always thought was hard as a kid, but they got white helmets though. You can pull out 3 different colors. Like Mizzou got what? White, gold, and black. Florida has orange, white, and blue. Man, if this game starts to get tight, man, I might have to stream off. You guys ain't super chatting. I'm going to have to stream up out of here and watch this bad boy. I need to see the details. Sean Jones be coming in bringing the thunder. I want to apologize. No, I don't want to apologize, Sean Jones. You got to you gotta wrap up sometimes. But that kid can later. I'll be honest with you. I was up there calling that man the Florida version of Richard LeCounte. He's the Florida version of Rubber Band Man. He's not that. He brings that thunder. He put kids in the hospital. He made kids see shit that ain't there, like daisies and balloons. He can hit, and he has range. Very interested for him to be a focal point of the defense next year, as far as just letting him play. Period. Just put him out there. Florida white helmets are hard. Ooh, Kyrie Campbell. Kyrie got that that's one of the Mayweather Jones. You know, Mayweather got the pull counter, and when he pulled that bad boy back with the straight right, Kyrie had the Mayweather counter. Let's be honest here. That dude took that right. His faculties aren't all there anymore. He's gone, right? His shit is he's out there playing off muscle memory. Alberto, he's gone. I like to see the Dogs upgrade their uni, mix in the black and red. Should have been mixed in those black jerseys. You have to be extremely lame to not be bringing out those black. I'm sorry, you'd be super lame. The kids love it. Why do you care? It shouldn't be about you. It should be about the kids. I hate coaches like that, man. That's why your boy up there looking like Kirby Smart looking like Lloyd Christmas, not letting them wear black jerseys. Gator Jones in the crib. Who would you pick to run defense, Dr. Pressure or Muschamp? Man, that's a hard question right there. Man. Come on, man. Why you do that to your boy, man? Y'all, you know I love Will Muschamp. I love Dr. Pressure too. Even Donovan Steiner in the house. Man, just as a pure defensive coordinator, I don't think there's too many better than Will Muschamp. If I'm being honest about the situation. But that doesn't mean I don't love Dr. Pressure. I love Dr. Pressure too, but Will Muschamp is perhaps the best defensive mind in the entire country. Now, him as a head coach, him as just your defensive coordinator, he should be a super hot commodity. I bet you Texas will pony up all kinds of money to get him. Man, he was at Texas before, wasn't he? Think about Will Muschamp. He proved his defenses were the truth away from Nick Saban. That's what I liked about him. He went to Auburn, his defenses were the truth. Florida, his defenses were the truth. I want to say Texas. Was he at Texas? I'm not tripping. I want people, when we talk about somebody, they just mention some various people. What's Charlie Strong got to do with anything? Yes, he was. There we go. Damn, Santee, what happened? Hey, clean Boston talk. I ain't do that, bro. That was Santee. Santee hit you with the timeout. Santee hit you with the muscle relaxer. He told you to relax. You gotta relax. I don't know why he mentioned Charlie Strong. What they got to do with anything? Yep, he was at Texas. That's what I thought. Sup, Murph? Watching Bama game. Defense still looming. Suspect against running backs like Colin Hill. Alabama's defense is not going to get any better. That's what I'm saying. If the committee kept Ohio State out of the playoffs last year when it was surging, it had a hard-ass quarterback like Tua, Dwayne Haskins and all that, loaded beyond the gills, defensive talent you wouldn't believe, even over Alabama, the type of talent Alabama has this year, then I would think Alabama should be left out as well. Its defense is not that good. Won the championship at Texas, he said. He was the champ. He was the coordinator in 2010? I'm confused. You mean the Big 12 championship? He didn't win no national championship when they won in 2004. He was at LSU. If we're talking about Will Muschamp. Alabama has missed on some guys over recruiting. Yeah, they had that 2018 class, man. It's not looking that good. Jalen Waddle and someone else from that class are obviously superstars. So Jalen Waddle and I forget who, but man, if you really look at it, you're like, this wasn't good. Remember, they were taking some reaches at the end because they've oh man, that was bad. Because they think about it. At the end, they were a lot of people that they wanted either flipped or like Quay Walker and these guys like that. So they were having to kind of reach at the end. They missed on the Bobby Brown kid that went to A&M. It was a bust by Bama standard. It was a bust. That's the only standard they're working by. That's why people don't understand. They're like, well, Murph, it was the 5th rated in the country. Bama's not used to that. It's used to working. There's a big difference between having the number 1 overall class and the number 5 overall class. It is. It really is. So that's what I'm saying. Can Bama, if Bama regressed to the mean and started recruiting at number 5 every year, like, it would look a lot different. That's when player development would hit, right? Right now, they don't have to have severe player development because they have so many quality players to choose from. That's why you can have a Ben Davis be a bust. Some of these guys, if he went to some of these schools like a Missouri or something like that, they would really hurt the program. You have Ben Davis there. That man's a huge bust. He may be the biggest bust in the Rivals era. I'm sorry, in the Rivals era. In the big composite era or the modern day recruiting era. And nobody even talks about it because it doesn't matter because they have plenty of players at his position. He's been came and passed by probably like by 4 different classes of freshmen. They literally have 2 true freshmen playing on the inside linebacker right now. And they have his 4th year junior ass sitting there, was a top 5 player in the country. And they ain't even thinking about giving him playing time over 2 true freshmen. And he came in, got passed by Dylan Moses. Isn't Kirby a defensive guy? Who are we talking about? Like, why would you ask that question? What kind of question is that, bro? You're going to ask, is the guy that is known for being Alabama's Nick Saban's longtime defensive coordinator at Alabama, some of the most visible high-profile games of the past 20 years, you're asking if he's a defensive guy? I'm confused. Bama has too much turnover on their coaching staff. Do have a lot of turnover, but they have a lot of great coaches as well. They're bringing in some really good guys. The coaching staff they have right now is filled with nothing but almost superstar coaches. Kyle Flood is on that damn Bama team. Jacob Copeland. All right, so after the first quarter, so now it should be noon or getting around noon time, right? It's noon Missouri time. Kirby had more Buckets Award winners than Thorpe, and he's a DB guy. That's hard. I was talking this about my boy Coach K yesterday and shit like that, and to be a DB guy on Nick Saban runs that DB meeting. He does everything for the DBs, right? It's almost best for you to get away from him to do the DBs like Jeremy Pruitt did. And like Derek Ansley and these guys like that. Because he's in your ass. He's running the practice drills and everything like that. He said that Derek Ansley would be out there just setting up the cones. I'm like, damn, that's hard. He like set up the cones. He said that he got to sit in on the meeting, and Derek Ansley was the dude with the clicker, right? And Coach Saban would be like, all right, let's go to the next slide. And Derek Ansley would be like, click. That's hard. Fat Five needs more touches. He has 2 carries for 24 in this game. Let Fat Five throw the ball, though, man. You're going to keep bringing them in. Eventually, they're going to be like, all right, they're about to run. Nick Saban is the process at Bama, says Sean. You damn right. Rico Wheat, what up? Oh, man, I forgot about this. Let's get the thumbs up popping, baby. Let's get it to 120. Let's go. Indiana up on Penn State 14-10. Come on, Penn State. Oh, my God. Jason Norwood in the house. Let's get it. 120. Let's get the thumbs up to 120. Mississippi State guy just hurled Patrick Surtain. I know you guys like Alabama, but who really cares about Alabama playing Mississippi State? Mississippi State is trash dookie. Michigan State lost their soul to Minnesota. Relax, bro. It's probably not even the end of the first quarter yet. They lose this game, then we can say that. Suppose they end up blowing out Indiana. Then you would have been the guy who said that they lost their soul in the first quarter like a premature evaluator. You know, people don't like preemies, man. Don't be a premature evaluator, Caleb. I know you didn't just time this dude out. Coach K said Minnesota would get upset. We ain't forgot. Hey, that's on him. I didn't say that. Are you gonna get mad because you came and asked if Kirby Smart was a defensive? Like, come on, fam. You're in here with real football heads. This guy is only 4 years removed from the Alabama program. You weren't watching football in 4 years ago? There's no way you watched football and didn't see that man on the side. They only showed him 900,000 times spazzing out on the sideline with that visor on. Michigan State is up on Michigan 7-0 early. Oh, now come on, man. I know y'all got to be letting me know about that game. Those are the games I want to talk about. I want to talk about no Mississippi State. Unless Mississippi State starts doing something. Ooh, Jacob. Ooh, Copeland. Copeland got muscle relaxers and he has severe hopitis. Can't wait to see him next year. Copeland's only like 6 feet tall or some shit like that. He's the longest 6-foot dude ever. Pause that. Some of you dudes like be like, oh. Damn, Murphy, your goons are hard. There's still people timed out from the last live stream. Who was that at the last live stream? He got he at least has 10 minutes left on his timeout. Santee hard, but he's soft at the same time. He like Malibu's most wanted because he'll time you out, but he'll time you out when you should be blocked. They gave that one dude like a 1,600 second. He had a 1,600 second timeout. He's still struggling. Any minute now he'll be appearing. Timeout. What's up, guys? Do the mods pick how long you can be timed out? No, it's an automatic timeout of I think 300 seconds, but they can keep adding to it. I'm gonna let that one dude back in. James Jackson, we're giving you another chance. You come and flicking no bird up at us though, bro. You wouldn't do that shit in real life and survive with your teeth. So relax, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it football. You know what I'm saying? You ask the dumb question, that's what it's gonna be met with. Or you could just ask like, hey, guys, I don't know. Does Kirby Smart have a defensive background? Like you was asking like you were telling us something. Like, come on, fam, what we doing here? Manish in the house. Sean says, I feel what you're talking about with player development. Reminds me of Boise State back in the day, even Michigan State a few years ago. Hell, let's even say Minnesota right now. Yeah, for sure, man. Some of these guys don't need the cream of the crop talent to have that type of success. Where was Oregon recruiting that when it was in its heyday? It didn't have any 5-stars on the roster. I think one 5-star, DeAnthony Thomas. Even Marcus Mariota, I don't believe was a 5-star. That's what you call great player development. They had a great staff at the time. Michigan just scored a rushing TD. Okay. Wolverines in the building. Ryan asked a lot of the same questions. Uh-oh. Ryan, you can't ask a lot of the same questions. You got a super chat. Santee in here laying down the law. Minnesota's wide receivers are nasty. Yeah, the Bateman kid's definitely making a name for himself. Chip Kelly has never put much emphasis on recruiting, believes in his system. I think he needs to now. His system. His system ain't popping like it was before. And a lot of the stuff that he did before is now being run across various programs throughout the country. So when he was doing it, oh, come on, Copeland. Missouri can play some defense, man. People up there talking about Georgia. Georgia's playing against a very good defensive team. Oh, come on. That's my thing about Copeland is the consistency. I said that before. I like Jacob Copeland and the athleticism that he brings, but is he a Sammy Coates type, right? To where he'll make a crazy ass play and then can't make a routine play. That shit hit him right in the face mask. He got hit in the face mask. He's probably on autonomous driver right now. We don't know how good his chin is. Suppose he has a styrofoam chin and he just got hit in the face with a football. Tater in the house? That's why Mullen said he wasn't seeing the field much. Oh, really? That's what he said? Player development is everything. This is what separates the great coaches from the good. I don't know. A lot of the guys at the top, though, right, have nothing but great players. Some of these guys don't need player development, right? There's be some fringe guys on there that where you be like, okay, man, if I'm able to get this out of him or this and that, it can develop, whether it be a mental thing or a physical thing or an on-field thing, then that's when they become great. Some of these guys just come ready, raring to go. Like, how much player development did you need for Trevor Lawrence or somebody like that, right? Or Jadeveon Clowney. These guys come ready to go. So a lot of these guys have tons of Trevor Lawrence's and Jadeveon Clowney's on their team. So that's not to disrespect them or take away from their accomplishments. Some of these guys aren't afforded that same, like a Dan Mullen. He's not afforded that type of shit. He wasn't afforded that at Mississippi State when he got them to #1 in the country. And here at Florida, these aren't tried and true. Now, some of these guys are damn near close to it that he inherited or whatever, or even some of the guys that he recruited, like a Chris Bogle or something like that. But even him, right, he got to get him physically stronger to play. But, you know what I mean? So you can't say that to just be the case in absolutes is what I'm saying. (17-14) Penn State. Uh-oh. Caleb Hurto not looking good. Is Rashad Bateman a senior? I'm not sure, so I might have to look that up. Roberto Ortiz and how? Where we at, Murph? Just saw the live. Man, I'm watching this Florida game. Just chilling. You imagine sitting on a thing of rocks? Are those real rocks? No, that has to hurt. Bateman is a sophomore, says Darth Vader. Out of nowhere. Darth Vader was lurking and didn't probably hit that thumbs up button. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Come on now. Come on, Florida. Dang, look at that. He didn't have the play action wasn't even popping. Wasn't nobody over there for him to get the ball to. Got Jawan Taylor out there. What's going on in life? CJ has had a tough year. I want everybody to come back and apologize to me that when I did the Eric Stokes, CJ Henderson breakdown, was saying shit like, oh, CJ Henderson, oh, that's why you said he had a tough year. Just remember, I'm a little bit behind on the internet. CJ's had such a year that when people ask me, I'm like, well, he's too big and too fast. Demetrius Knox, he's too big and too fast to not go to the NFL. But he's done put some bad shit on film like Greedy Williams almost. I don't know, Kyrie Campbell. Oh, that dollar. Who on dial up? Oh, I'm on dial up. I'm on dial up. I'm on the internet. Internet's gonna be behind people with regular. Oh, the player development. What are we talking about? I'm confused here. What's going on? Y'all struggling? Missouri has a real good defense. They're no slouch. You didn't watch the Missouri-Georgia game? They have a very good defense. Georgia didn't take off on them boys at all. Missouri playing them better than LSU. Everybody playing them. Except Georgia. Georgia played them just like for this offense, just like this. Henderson and Marco hurt? Oh, Henderson and Marco should return. Man said he graduated high school with Greedy. That's pretty cool, bro. William Jordan just hit the thumbs up. Let's get it. Come on, y'all. Thumbs up button, man. Get that bad boy to 150. I was on. Player development not showing with CJ and Marco. Okay, I got you. Well, CJ was already developed last year. He had a very good year. You would have to think it has to be some type of injury, right? So maybe he can explain himself at the combine that he was injured or something like that. But I'm pretty sure he run that fast time. I don't know. Sometimes I think even beyond that, Greedy Williams ran a super fast time. He was 6'3" or whatever he was, and he still went in the second round. CJ Henderson has a lot of the same warts that they said Greedy Williams had, right? Tackling is suspect. But I think he's been even more suspect in coverage. Greedy was very solid in coverage last year. So I don't know. That would be an upset, though, if you weren't expected and CJ Henderson came back. Sean Clifford. Let's go, Sean Clifford. I think Sean Clifford, man, maybe next season right there, when his second year started, man, he can be very much like a Joe Burrow. He's that type of an athlete and everything. Kyrie Campbell. College team has the best coaching staff overall. Man, in my opinion, who has the best coaching staff overall? I would say probably Michigan. Michigan, right? But if this particular head coach continues to develop, his support staff is phenomenal. That would be Tennessee's Jeremy Pruitt. I mean, Tracy Rocker's the damn defensive line coach. T. Martin is there. Jim Chaney. Derek Ansley, right? These are all superstar coaches that a lot of people wanted. And he himself, Jeremy Pruitt, was a superstar coach. So if he continues to develop, that could very well be the best staff in the country, in my opinion. It's a super talented staff, but it's Jeremy Pruitt is just young in his development. Trayvon Diggs enters the XFL. That's hard. He's going to be a top 10 pick in the XFL. Greedy Williams tackled well against the Steelers on Thursday night. The hell does that got to do with anything, Maurice? I see you still weird. They said Greedy fell because he refused to do interviews and stuff, not because of his player physical attributes. I hate to break it to you. Your sources and my sources aren't the same. Need to use Pitts in the offense. Oh, yeah, I ain't think about that. Pitts ain't even popping right now. I'm a UGA fan, but curious as to who you think has a brighter future as a program, Tennessee or Florida. Brighter future? You would say the brighter future would have to be Tennessee just because Florida's already there. You know what I'm saying? To me, for your future to be bright, you have to go from right here to up here. Florida's already right up here. Florida's just a few here just in this very season right now could have been in the college football playoff. What's up, Skullfly? Maurice, bro, you know we don't do the NFL talk here. You do everything, and you're a moderator. You're the worst moderator in the history of moderators, bro. Keep it on college football. If we want to talk NFL football, I'll get an NFL channel. It's crazy. Kyle Pitts has been quiet. Who they got covering him? I wonder if they're covering him in the man. That's what I'm saying. I can't do a live stream and really get down to particulars. Maybe more of a bracket thing. What's good, Ty Billing? Keep it up. It's a must. Appreciate that, Shedrick. I say Clemson got a hell of a coaching staff. Clemson's coaching staff is hard. hard, and they have the best player development in the entire country. I wonder if they sold themselves to the devil, right? Starting to get the number one classes. A lot of stuff comes with that. This USAA commercial is hard. Jensen coaching staff is brazy. Come on, fam. We're adults in here, man. And this fake gang banging shit up on the live stream. And Nebraska beating Wisconsin 14-10 for real. Clemson's 2020 class is hard. Hopefully they don't hopefully, you know what I mean, they don't compromise who they are, right? Because they were winning national championships with the 13th rated recruiting class. You start getting into these top recruiting class, promises have to be made and all this. You don't have to promise anybody with the number 13 class. If they get Justin Flo, they're going to be scary. The fuck does Justin Flo got to do anything? This team just won 2 out of the last 3 national championships. Why would he make anything scary? They're undefeated for the past 2 years. People love people that are in high school. LSU and Clemson fighting for that number 1 class. It's like a 0.6 point separating them right now. That's hard. That's hard. A lot of dominoes to fall, though. So, what would y'all think if Zach Evans did go to LSU? I'm not saying he's going to LSU. Do you think that's a prisoner of the moment type thing, right? Because you're going to go in a class after both John Emery and Tyrion Davis-Price with the possibility of Clyde Edwards-Helaire coming back? That would be hard and weird. So if Muschamp is let go at SC, do you think he will go back to being a DC? He might not have a choice. You know what I mean? That they will literally have given him 2 opportunities to be a head coach, right? Back to back. He only had to sit out 1 year as a head coach, 1 major program and 1 decently good program in South Carolina. And it's not like he absolutely crushed it. Trayvon Grimes, man, coming on strong the last couple of games. He may not have no choice but to be a DC unless he wants to be a head coach at like mid-major or something like that. Even a mid-major, I don't know. It would be tough. But yeah, I would think that he would have to be a defensive coordinator. He was a defensive coordinator when he was let go from Florida. Sean says they're going to keep him at South Carolina for now. Trayvon Grimes, man, killing it. He's looking like the Trayvon Grimes that I know. I thought Trayvon Grimes and Donovan Peoples-Jones were the best. Oh, that's on my boy number 8 too. 8-on-8 crime. Trayvon Grimes killed it at the Rivals 5-Star Challenge, right? When I worked there. Him and Donovan Peoples-Jones killing AJ Terrell, killing who else was the top corners at that particular point in time? I don't know. Unbelievable. I thought Trayvon Grimes was one of the fastest dudes that I saw for that right there. You haven't really seen his speed take shape, but he was just running vertical routes on people and just separating and just leaving them. I'm talking about this is a 5-star challenge, right? So every top player in the country were there, right? Invite only. It's not like the opening where they bring 1,000 people. They just pick the top however many people, right? He was killing everybody, him and Donovan Peoples-Jones. But you would have to say Jerry Jeudy emerged as the best from that particular class. At least of the guys that I saw, the best in the country, I say it time in and time out, is CD Lamb from that class. But he wasn't at the 5-star challenge. So unless you know about recruiting, right? What would you think Kirby and Muschamp at Georgia? I don't know. I know they're probably friends, right? But I don't. If you got him, oh yeah, Jeffrey Okudah, he was getting his ass bombed in. Okudah was getting smoked out at the 5-star challenge. Man, pairing up Kirby Smart and Will Muschamp at Georgia. Man, you think Will would want to go someplace to where play for a defensive coach where they would meddle, where he would be meddled with? You know what I'm saying? Because Kirby's gonna be like, oh, you should do it like this way or do it this. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that's successful as a head coach. Yeah, we were on the same. Was this dude wearing a damn Speedo out there? What did I just see? We wearing a Speedo in the Missouri game, man. A lot of people got to empty the Splenda out their tanks, man. Another sack, man. What do sacks do for you? Jamias Williams definitely wasn't one of the top corners in that. He wasn't at the 5-star challenge. He wasn't that high rated to be at the 5-star challenge. Yeah, I don't think he made the 5-star challenge. Man, that would, I don't know. To me, Muschamp looks like a guy who would work more for an offensive head coach, where he would be the de facto head coach for the defense. You can't be a head coach for Kirby Smart's defense. That's his defense. Al Blaze was in the 2018 class. The 5-star challenge was for the 2017. He was there, though. Al Blaze was there, right? I talked to Al Blaze a good bit that day, but he wasn't as much of a factor because he was a little younger than those guys. Alcatraz. O-line's letting Nas down. Stop letting Nas down. O-line. Will was going to be the DC when Kirby got the job if he didn't go to USC. Come on, man. You don't want me to spaz out on you, do you? Not trying to be mean or anything like that, but come on, fam. We're not working with remotely the same type of sources. Like, this is what I do for a living. I'm not going to, I'll have to check in on that, but I'm not. People were telling me all kinds of people were going to be the offensive coordinator at the time, were going to be the defensive coordinator at the time. They ended up with Jim Chaney, a guy that I suggested, actually, as the offensive, but that's not who they said was going to be the offensive coordinator at the time. Was Devontae Smith at that camp? At the 5-star challenge? He was not, I don't think. I don't think so. How do you get access to those camps, Murph? I just told your ass, dude, I worked at rivals.com. What you guys know? You guys only know me from my live stream. I'm telling y'all, I'm not like these mumble rap YouTubers. I worked at rivals.com at the time. I done said this shit 50 million times. All you gotta do is do your research. I worked at rivals.com at the time. That's how I had access to the camps, because I was working the camp. Remember, I was at UGAsports.com before I was on YouTube. No, anyone can't go there to watch. You have to be the family and friends. It's invite only, and you'd have to be the family member or somebody that's bringing there. It's not open to the public or anything. The opening, I believe you can just go there and watch. Murph's on his P's and Q's. He's not just some bobblehead. Nah, buddy. 6 years of actual media experience. Tell them to Google me. Just Google me. Man, this is a hard-fought game. This game is hard. Okay. You were just asking as a fan. I thought you were asking, how did I get access to them? Yeah, fans can go to the opening, right? The regional opening stops. You can see a lot of those same kids, right? But you also see a lot of people who just sign up to be there at the opening. Rivals 5-star challenge is way different. It's invite only. It would be like going to you might be able to show up at the opening finals in Texas or Oregon. I don't think you do that anymore at the opening either, since it's indoors at the Texas facility or the Cowboys facility in Texas. But at the 5-star challenge, no, this was at the Georgia Dome, and I think the last one was held in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That year was hard, man, because it's got a lot of it's the 2017 class, right? So it's a lot of these juniors that are going to be entering the NFL. So Just the running back list alone with Najee Harris, Cam Akers, DeAndre Swift, Stephen Carr from USC, right? Only 4 or 5 backs. So that's just how exclusive this was. And we got to see that they had these things right in between. They have like races, foot races. And one of the foot races was Jalen Redd from Oregon versus Cam Akers from Florida State. Keep in mind, Cam Akers is what, 215, 220 pounds? Jalen Redd, like what, 170? Come on, Diabate, you got to get there. You got to get there and make the play, Diabate. Mahmoud. This is a defensive game. That's what I'm saying. Florida can switch it up and do multiple things. All right, let's see what they're doing on this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a delayed wrap. Green dog. It was just a green dog. And you can't come high. You got to come down and break down and switch, especially on Kelly Bryant. He's one of the best natural running quarterbacks I have ever seen in my life. Every time I hear it. All right, this is enough. Let's don't think about diabetes anymore with Diabate. The first time I heard it, I thought it was lame, and I never want to hear it again. So when you hear about Diabate, it's Dia. So when you start with Dia right then and there, your mind should not say Dia. Dameon Pierce. Man, I want Dameon Pierce next year to come in better shape. I think that will be his thing for his junior season. Maybe come in about 215 or something like that. Like when I saw him in high school, he looks a little pudgy to me. Who frees at UGA as the offensive coordinator? That would be hard. That would be hard. Is he going to get rid of James Coley, though? Traditionally, we haven't seen that. Well, I guess he did get rid of, or him and Jim Chaney parted ways at the very least, but Coley's like this hand-picked guy who he brought up through the ranks, like at Georgia. So, I don't know. But Hugh Freeze would definitely be a good option for anybody at offensive coordinator. I wonder why it hadn't happened yet, though. Does he has a show cause or something like that for him? You think Akers goes pro? I don't know Cam Akers. Don't ask me if I think somebody does anything, bro. I don't know these people. I'm not going to pretend to. In what way is this year's running back draft class stacked? I'm confused. In what way is it stacked? Stacked with a whole bunch of nasty ass, gangsta ass runners, man. Your 4th and 5th backs, you can say, could perhaps be guys like a Najee Harris or somebody like that. What the hell is this dude wearing a Speedo on? Why they keep showing him? You're dancing around in a Speedo on national TV or going to see a bunch of men play in tight uniforms. Like, what are we doing in life? It's the sissification of America. Florida out here in struggle mode. Playing a good defense, man. Looking very much like the Georgia game, isn't it? So people were saying, oh, they didn't play as well against Georgia. It was because they were playing a better defense. LSU does not have a good defense. CBS got that splendor in his tank. What are we talking about? The CBS, what we expect? I don't know. I just feel like there have been better running back classes. Shit, I don't think so. If Cam Akers is your 5th best running back, this is running back class is dope. Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, perhaps Kylan Hill at Mississippi State. This shit is loaded. You got some guys that are on some really good times too. A lot of these times you'll have top running backs, and the dopest time will be like a 4 or 5 or something. I think you got some guys who can actually run in this class. Who am I missing? J.K. Dobbins. Or Clyde Edwards-Helaire, perhaps Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mentioned Akers. He's one of the first people I mentioned. Kelly Bryant out here muscle relaxing people. Chuba Hubbard. Is he a junior though? Is he in his 3rd year? That's how you wrap up. See, that's eventually you'll see Diabate get to that, being able to wrap up like that, right? Probably just needs a little bit more size on him, but it'd be hard for you to get around John Grenard like that. He's the perfect size and he's perfect athleticism, short area athleticism. And then again, though, he did run right to him. Boom. John Grenard. Gator's going to have about 15 tackles for loss in this game. That's always what you get in the Kelly Bryant game, because he's going to put the ball in his hand. Hubbard was in the same class as Taylor. Okay. Yeah, that was stacked. Definitely stacked. I never saw Chuba Hubbard. Where is he from, though? I never seen him at any of those camps, right? At least the Southeastern camps that I was involved in. Is he from Texas or something? Somebody already said Zach Evans to LSU. Who said that? Yeah, he did. He put Zach Evans to LSU like it was a done deal. If you know what I know about that recruiting, it's nothing's a done deal right about now. If you get what I'm saying. Him and Taylor were both 3 stars. Crazy. Exactly. B. Wyman in the house. Somebody asked if P. Diddy was hurt. He's right there. P. Diddy, LaMichael, Pete Ryan dancing in the backfield, dancing in the background. Your thoughts on FSU keeping Odell? He said LSU did it with Coach O. Like, I don't know that. I needed help to knowing that LSU kept Coach O on. I don't know. It's a copycat league. This whole shit is copycat. Y'all know me. I hate copycats. I hate copycats with a passion. My entire life, people try to copy me. I was the one to call people out, fight people, everything. I hate copycats, and y'all can see that shit even to this day, as Deontay Wilder put it. So I'm not sure if it's going to yield the same results. Coach O was a previous head coach before, right? This man get a few games as an interim coach on a couple of different occasions. It's not the same. Coach O ran his own program, understood how to get out of his own way, right? What did he do? He went and hired the best defensive coordinator that probably money could buy, right? Then what did he do? All right, let's get Ensminger in here, do something, then bring Joe Brady behind that. He got out the way, became a CEO. I'm not sure exactly what Odell Higgins is going to bring to the table in that fashion, right? So I don't know. But if you want to copy them, by all means. Everybody was copying Clemson, trying to get the next Dabo Swinney and everything. Everybody's copying the LA Rams coach, right? Everybody wants to get a young offensive coordinator, quarterback type guy, right? So people are just going to copy. That would not be the move, in my opinion, that I would make if I were Florida State. So you have to nail this hire. And I'm not sure if Odell Higgins is nailing this hire. They're going to beat Alabama State, but then people are going to go hand. They're like, look at him. He's 2-0. Murph used to beat up bullies. Exactly. I was a bully hunter. I hate bullies. I hate bullies and groupthink people. But if you were bullying somebody like that, I wanted to see how bad you were. I thought for sure LSU would go after Freeze at some point for offensive coordinator. Would have been hard, but hot bomb squad. Is Mark Stoops in the running for that FSU job? He should be. He very well should be. That's what I would do. Somebody who's been running their own program at a major college institution, right? That's not really built for success like a lot of these, but still having some success. I would go get somebody like that. We just don't know if Odell Haggins can run his old program. All right, you can say that. Stop showing this damn dude with this Speedo, man. Y'all ain't noticed this? Some of y'all ain't saying nothing because y'all in there with some Vaseline. What's wrong with y'all? I'm about to turn this off. They keep showing a man with a Speedo. Jumpman Land hoodie for sale. You already know, baby. Don't window shop though. Literally 9 out of 10 people who have asked me about something like that have window shop. I'm about to go back on these live streams too. Some of you dudes who asked me about shit, it was like, Murph, what's your email and all this and that? Window shoppers. Everybody just want to pretend like they, you know what I'm saying, they got it popping. Hoodies are expensive. I was about to try to back off hoodies, to be honest with you. They're expensive to make, so they're expensive to sell. And you know what I'm saying? Unless you balling out there, that's on the exclusive. You got to be like Champagne Russell out here. My boy Champagne Russell, he can afford the hoodie. Hoodies are expensive, man. Those Fab Five coaster sets. James Wade, he wants that coaster set. Murph, I heard you were in the running for the FSU job. Definitely not in the running. I would not know how to run a program. I'd be struggling. And I'd be spazzing out on people, fighting other coaches and shit. That would be hard. Zach Evans will continue the North Shore to LSU pipeline. Who was the other one? Was it Caleb Vaughn? What about all these other North Shore people that went to Alabama, though? Don't they have a North Shore to Alabama pipeline, too? Uh-oh. Number 8. Getting on people's nerves again like he was in the Georgia game. He got Trayvon Grimes to bite. Urban Meyer is growing to USC. What's wrong with this dude, man? Kayla Hurto asking me all kind of questions. That's it's a little weird. Ask me some weird questions there. Come on, Caleb. What's wrong with you, man? You know what I use. Eric Monroe, but he don't play. To LSU? But who's the North Shore guy that's the left tackle right now? What's his name? Isn't he committed? Where's he committed to? I know at one particular point in time he was looking at Alabama. Did he end up committing there? What's his name? This game's frustrating. Defense be frustrating offenses. I love it. Missouri playing some really good defense. It's funny to see Missouri as such a defensive school when a lot of the shit is lauded upon a lot of the offensive coordinators that they've had there. Some very notable offensive coordinators, but they keep playing great defense. Even without the guy. Well, where's that dude's name? He went to Alabama. He left Missouri and went to Alabama. No, he left Missouri and went to Miami. And then they let him go. Something happened or whatever. He went to Alabama, and then Alabama let him go. Uh-oh. Let me get that roll tile. Come on, man. You know I don't got that. Damian George. Yeah, there you go. Is Damian George, did he go to, Coach Kuligowski. Did Damian George end up going to Alabama? That's what I'm saying. Missouri shit balling without Coach Cool. I wonder what happened to Coach Cool at Alabama. That was weird. Coach Saban got him up out of there. Oh, he's committed to Alabama? Okay. So how's this a pipeline then if other people are going to other schools? James Wade, J-Dub. UF O-line trash. Marcus is late. Late. So then this also goes to show you this as well. I think that's the thing about Georgia's defense, right? People say what all you want. If there's a flaw in Georgia's defense, is it cannot get after the quarterback like this. This is what I was expecting Georgia's defense to do to Florida's offensive line, and it didn't look remotely like this. They drop back enough, Missouri will get a sack on every. It seems like they will get. Look at Stone Feet Forsyth. Stone Feet Forsyth. Phone his feet stuck in stone, made of stone. Uniforms is hard. Them uniforms is hard. I ain't gonna lie. You right. White helmet with the black the black jerseys, hard. So when I say they needed them tweaks to be a college football playoff team, that's the tweak that they need. They got to get the offensive line together. You can have all the pretty receivers and all this and that. And I'll be straight up honest with you. You lose Van Jefferson, Swain, and Hammonds and all that. Those are good college players to me. Those are not some first-round draft pick type. Those guys are replaceable. The guys that they will have, if Trayvon Grimes, Tony, Copeland, and all that, I don't think you would miss a beat if Kyle Trask is delivering the ball, right? Or Fab Five or whatever like that. But that shit changes dramatically if you can get some good offensive line talent. I know it's hard to find good offensive linemen. A lot of the top teams are taking them. But you got to find 2 or 3, man. You're hindering your whole shit, right? A lot of these teams can't compete. At the very least, a lot of these top teams in and around the country don't have good defenses, right? Unless you run into Clemson, Georgia, you ran into or whatever like that. So, but man, when you get to that next level, you hit the playoffs, Ohio State and all these teams, they got good defenses, man. They can get after the quarterback. It's going to look way different. You putting up 10,000 yards against LSU, speaking of Florida or whatever like that, shit look way different. You play a good defense like Missouri or in Georgia. Oh, somebody said Stephen Carr? What? Stephen Carr, top running back in your opinion? No, not at all. I covered him for a couple of seasons too, working for the USC rival site. He is very fast. He lacks vision, lacks a little bit of toughness. He's always injured, man. I don't think he's starting at USC now. He may be injured, so I don't keep up with USC like I had to when I was working that market. But I was very disappointed in him, and he was at that 5-star challenge too. Now I wish they would have had somebody different than him at the 5-star challenge. I could have saw up close. I was literally right on the field with these right there, the running back drills. I would have liked to have seen Kylan Hill or Jonathan Taylor or somebody like that. They're bringing a cart out for Tua. Them ankles again. Them fiberglass ankles. Do you like Zach Moss? From Utah? He's pretty good. Tua looks horrible. He's not playing well today. Somebody give me some stats for Tua. Can't put any weight on his ankle. Just looks bad. They got to get. He needs to go to the Vavae Malapaya. Yeah, he was the starter. He was the starter. He was the guy who I was touting as the starter when I covered that beat for the past couple of years. At least last year when I covered it, I was like, they need to make Vavae Malapaya the starter. They had the senior guy at the time who was pretty good. I forget his name. He was out of Texas, but I thought Vavae Malapaya was a better option than Stephen Carr. And they had the young kid from Indiana. Man, I forget. He was committed somewhere else, and they flipped him at the last moment to USC. I thought he was a pretty good option. Very, very physical. But Stephen Carr, very fast, though. Very fast. 14 out of 18, 256 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's bad. I'm very confused. Man had 256 yards. It ain't even halftime yet. Mississippi State. Ridiculously. His face said he's done. He's just in bad shape. Think about Tua, too. Tua's another one of these guys. I think Tua could be in a little bit better shape, right? That's some of the things you got to work on. You get to the next level, whatever like that. Maybe he needs to get in better physical shape. Maybe that will help him out with his injuries. You want me to talk about Florida's O-line? Besides however much Florida content I did since I started it this season, I've focused on that O-line a lot, man. Nothing has changed. The O-line is bad. We don't have to ever talk about it no more until they get some different players. We know the O-line is bad. It's just how good can they mask it? But I mean, I named the dude Stone Feet Forsyth and Gene Turnstile DeLand, so I'm not doing that to be mean. I'm doing it because that's what I see. These guys are not. It's not a good offensive line. What I said is the worst offensive line that I've seen on a high-level football team. He's limping and bloody. What the hell? Why y'all keep saying that I need to go work for people? I don't think y'all understand how good this channel is doing. This channel is killing it. I don't need to work for anybody. Don't need to work for anybody. I'm absolutely killing it. And I get to talk about Splenda and all kinds of shit that you would never, ever see me say if I was working for somebody right now. You think they would let me do this at UGAsports.com? They were getting all antsy and shit like that when I was talking back to the people in the message boards. You're like, Murph, you can't talk like that to the subscribers. And I was barely saying anything. I was saying, like, leave me alone. Nah, roast people to high heaven. You can't do that work. I don't need to work for nobody. I'm telling you this right now. My shit is out of control, balling. Building my own brands, T-shirts, the channel, the websites, the swagger, the marketing. Y'all got to get that out of your mind. Working for other people is not the move, in my opinion, at least not for me. Y'all can do it all you want, but I'm a boss. What did Damon Dash say the other day? He said something that resonated me. A soldier would never understand the mindset of a general. Now, I'm not saying F a 9 to 5 or whatever. That's what you got to do. But I've worked hard in my media position to where I don't need nobody. I learned the game. That's what when I go and do some shit, I'm not there just to do it. These other guys that I was working with, all these lame asses that you guys know that I work with, that you like in the media that I work with, these guys are lame as hell. They're gonna be doing that shit the rest of their life in that capacity. My thing was to learn the game. I would ask questions like, how is this run? How is this and that or whatever like that. That's what my mother taught me. I'm not sure what their mothers taught them or their fathers or whatever. I learned the game, make my own shit. And they're not creative like me. So one thing you're going to say is I'm never going to lack for creativity. Man, this is surprising in one aspect. It's on the road, it's early, it's cold, and you're playing a defensive team and you're trying to pass the ball. What I tell you, physicality is the great equalizer. Physicality is the great equalizer. That's just it. Teams that are finesse can go against other finesse teams. All right, let me watch some of this Alabama shit. Good Lord, they winning 35-7. Y'all ain't say that. Same shit. He's always scrambling and then gets pulled down and gets his ankle injured. Now you're going to have surgery again. They're going to have to clean out some of that fiberglass out of his ankle again. Looks like a hip this time. Oh, man. I want to start having hip issues. How close to 100% do I think Georgia's offensive line? I'm not Georgia's offensive line. Hip spasms. He's like, oh, my hip. Hip spasms. Oh, he is doing that now. I'm looking at it. Dang, he bloody like a mug. He like an old battered man. Old man that got battered. He like this old dude that I saw one time. He was at the bar. He was drunk in a mug. Liquor was in him. That liquor was in him. He had took a bad one. Started talking trash. Caught a bad one. He was bloodied and looked old. Old men can get it when they start talking trash with liquor. Don't ask me my prediction on nothing. You know how this channel is. Just watch the content. You think that they were letting me come around this and not do predictions? Watch the content, people. Don't ask me no questions. If you like, you know what? I have not watched any content at Top Billing. Let me not ask this guy questions. He has a pretty bad attitude. He's the Charlo brother. I'm the third Charlo brother. I have a bad attitude. You know, the thing that always annoyed me in life is when people can get the answers themselves and they want to be spoon-fed. I don't like spoon-feeding people. They call me Murph Charlo. Sean Clifford running like Cam Newton. Y'all late. I just told y'all that man is an athlete. Like how y'all say that Joe Burrow was a sneaky athlete. Joe Burrow is an athlete. Sean Clifford is an athlete. That dude was out there. How many long touchdowns does he have this year? Sean Clifford can run. That's what I'm saying. He keep balling out. This is his first year starting. Next year, he may be like Joe Burrow. I can see me. You can see me on the new PBC commercials. All these top games, this year I've done what? That long ass film study preview where I do the score predictions and stuff like that. Man, what are these Missouri with these green Jones on? What's popping? These green sailor suits or whatever this is. This is what's going on here. Appreciate it, Roberto. You saw the video? My man. Why would they play Tua in this game? Because they have a very small margin for error, and they need to be winning by like 100 points. They're trying to get style points and everything. Raekwon can't put weight on his left leg. Woo. Plumlee at Ole Miss got some wheels. Y'all guys is late again. Y'all got to stop doing this. Y'all don't even got to imagine this. If we say Kelly Bryant has some wheels, nobody would say nothing about it. Nobody would just be like, whatever. I think it's because these guys are white. White people can run too. John Reese Plumlee is super fast. Sean Clifford, great athlete. Joe Burrow, great athlete. Your breakdown gave me hope we might take the SEC championship game. Who is we? What are we talking about here? You got to relax with the we stuff. Y'all be saying we. I'm not a part of this. I don't know what's going on here. There's no we in none of this stuff with me. So Saban said he hurt his hip. The team is injury-ridden. The Gators. See, you definitely struggling right there. I was actually thinking you was talking about the Georgia Dogs or something like that. And there's no we in none of this, bro. Waddle, stupid shifty. He is hard. Murphy got to ban the we in here. Whatchamacallit be banning the we. One of my mods, Jay Duval, he hate when people say we in our group me chat. And that's literally people were paying to talk exclusively to just a few dog fans or we having a group me chat. And he won't even let them say we in that. He be the we Nazi. Roberto said he forgot to be more specific. Keenan Christen's going to ball out next year at UF. Yeah, I did. I had a really good eval on Keenan Christen for the site that I worked at last year when I covered. When I had to do it, I hated that shit too. I used to have to do breakdowns on every commit that USC West got, right? So obviously, I don't know about these kids. So I can only do the breakdowns from highlights. So I hate putting stamping my name on something because of highlights. But I saw the wheels that he had, and I saw that he was very physical. It looked like a pretty good combination there. So from what I've seen from him at I watched the Oregon USC game yesterday on my day off. And he was looking like the goods, like what I thought he might look like. 4.5 is good for a QB. That's what Fournette ran at the combine. Man, I can name a whole bunch of people that people think is fast that can't even post a 4.5. That's what I try to tell people. People are just not on Joe Burrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Joe Burrow is new. He played all of last year. Now people are saying stuff like he's sneaky athletic. If he couldn't do anything last year, it was run. He had a long-ass run in the Florida game. It was like 50 yards or something like that. He had runs. Nothing sneaky about it. It's only sneaky because you didn't watch football. Now he's popular. Now you have to watch whatever's popular. The 40-yard dash is a terrible test to judge. Fournette didn't have the best 40 time, but he had the highest miles per hour in the NFL. Exactly. I like to see that shit judged over 100 yards, but you're not going to go 40. You're not going 100 yards, and you're barely going to go 40 yards. So, but I would definitely like to see them stretch it out a little bit and see who can really run, right? Some people just don't have good starts, and some people legs are long, and that's the reason why they don't run 40 meters to see who's the world's fastest man. Usain Bolt probably would be average just among 40-yard dash people. Not average. He probably will have a decent 40-yard dash time, but over 100 meters, nobody's messing with him. Damn, Tua. Is Tua crying? Super injury prone, man. Yep, Jarvis Landry ran a 4.7. A 4.7. It don't matter. You know why? Because a lot of his routes are between 7 and 10 yards. His ability to get off is a route imagination and his hands and everything. Now, he's another guy I'll put in the football player category. All right, y'all. Y'all ain't super chatting in 50 years. This definitely something I got to go. I might come back after the Georgia game, but I need to go ahead and just watch this game right here. Right there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all having conversations. This is still a business. You know what I mean? So any last words? This dude come in here and says Tua has a hip injury. What's wrong with this dude? We know this. Why would you come in here this whole time that we talking right here and just like I'm confused by some of these people in life. You saying Bolt actually ran a 4.22? I'll be honest with you, he's the fastest man in the country. So him running very similar to what some guys ran that aren't really superior track athletes. What is that? You know what I mean? I would think he would run a 4.1. So 4.22 is very much similar to Chris Johnson and these guys. But I bet you Chris Johnson and those guys wouldn't remotely have as close of 100-meter time as he could, right? He's able to stay fast for a lot longer. Flesh Weasel said he lost his wallet. I don't know where De'Aaron King will end up, bro. I don't know De'Aaron King. Jamal Adams is fast. Jamal Adams can run. He can. Fat Five needs more snaps in the second half. I will try something different. Maybe this will be the game. Maurice says, I'm going to catch you after the Auburn game. For sure, Maurice, you know. Bolt has always been well known for having better top end speed than acceleration. For sure, that's what I'm saying. You would think he would run a 4.1 as fast as he is because he's running 4.2 is a similar time. Also, he did run that 4.2 and he was like 33 years old. So maybe the 21-year-old Usain Bolt that we saw, or what was he, 22, 23 when we first saw him? May have been younger than that. Maybe he runs a better 40-yard time than a 4.2, but that's very much like John Ross and those guys. And those guys couldn't touch him over 100 meters. They wouldn't even be close. So that's why I was thinking he would run a 4.1 or even a 4.0. But it's just too short a distance for even the fastest man to really get it going. Now, I would like to see what the Christian Coleman, what did he run? Now, he gets up to speed very fast. His 0 to 60 is gangster. What did Christian Coleman run when they tested him in the 40? Yeah, Brand ran a 4.6. Gatlin beat all them boys. Nick Snyder says a 4.12. You're gonna have to verify that. Gatlin's top end speed is hard. Coleman a 4.12. That's what I'm saying. He gets up to speed super quick. That's what I would expect someone like Usain to run or something like that. 4.22 is faster than all those dudes in the NFL, but it shouldn't be fast for the top 5 fastest men in the world. Yep, at 6'5". So you know it's hard for him to have that type of quick turnover right out the gate. So that's why he's always losing within the first 40 to 50 meters. Those last 40 meters, though, his turnover is insane. I would like to see them time when they're already in phase, right? So maybe let them run 20 meters or even in 100. I would like to know what his last 60 meters is or his last 40 meters is, right? Or maybe a certain stretch of 40 meters when he's already gone. I wonder if he could run that shit in 3 seconds of when he's already running. That shit would be hard. Anthony Schwartz top end speed. Didn't he run a 10.0 or something like that he ran in high school? What was Anthony Schwartz's 100-meter time in high school? Was it a 10.03 or something like that? That's a 30-meter fly you're talking about? Well, I would like to see it over 40, though. 30 meters wouldn't be 40 yards. Would it be more like 32 yards? He ran a 10.9, a 1.9, or a 10.09? Which one? Or 10.09? 10.09 is fast. 10.09 is faster than Tyson Campbell and Eric Stokes and C.J. Henderson. All those guys ran at 10.3. What did the dude Matthew Bolin run? The track athlete that's going to Georgia. I love Trenton Holiday. So I'm a huge track guy, right? So I remember all those You know, if it's a track guy running, a football guy running track, I was all over it. Especially at that time period, it seemed like it was more of them. You had one of my favorite all-time players, C.J. Spiller from Clemson, Jacoby Ford from Clemson, Trendon Holiday, one of the top sprinters, right? My favorite sprinter. He didn't end up being as good as I thought he might be, but he was killing it in college. He broke, I think it was Jesse Owens, right? His name was Xavier Carter. They call him X-Man. The X-Man was the truth back in like 2003 or something like that at LSU. He was about 6'2". He came out right with Usain Bolt. But Usain Bolt and them guys ended up keep going. I don't know what happened to Xavier Carter, man. He kind of flamed out. Nobody's going to remember. Yeah, Jeff Demps was there for sure. Jeff Demps, all those guys were there. Marquise Goodwin. I think he was a little later, though. Goodwin. Shivers, what was Shivers' time? Xavier Carter is a track coach at LSU? Really? Xavier Carter, that was my dude. Dante Jackson, that boy had some serious wheels. What did Dante run? Dante was talking that trash like he was going to break the record. What did he end up running at the combine? I think Dante's one of those guys who would have benefited for a 100-meter time. Somebody named Dante's official combine time from NFL.com. 4.3. He didn't even break 4.2. He was talking mad trash. 4.31 is faster than just about everybody in the league, but he wasn't even close to breaking John Ross's time. How's he 4.32 and 4.31? What's wrong with you guys, man? He claimed he was hurt. Why he was talking trash then? You can't talk trash and then claim to be hurt. That's what the Charlo brother would do. Didn't Ginn outrun Jackson? What, at that NFL fastest man thing? Ted Ginn, I think he went out in the first round. I think Jackson lasted to the finals, right? Adrian Peterson had it really fast. Yeah, Adrian Peterson can go. His 40 time might be more like a 4.4 type, but I bet you his 100-meter time is up there with anyone's. Oh, 10.07 for Shivers? Sean Shivers ran a 10.07? Can somebody verify that? All rise, all rise. When all rise is on, we got to all rise. .436 for AP. 4.36 at the NFL Combine. He did not run it. I watched that. I used to record that every year. I still got that on tape. We're going to James Wade. You're going to get a timeout, bro. He ran a 4.4 something. He did not run a 4.3. Go to NFL Combine and look at this. He did not run a 4.3. There's no way he ran that 4.3. I remember that year. Marshawn Lynch was in that as well. I don't think he ran a 4.40 either. Come on, James. You're going to take your time out. Where's that? Somebody, let me look it up, man. You guys are goofy. I guess this is something that I did for a living. I have to. NFL Combine results. Marshawn ran a 4.46. Damn, that's hard. You imagine being Marshawn Lynch running a 4.4 at the size he was? All right, Peterson, 4.41. All right, where's James Wade at? Come on, James Wade. 4.3. Y'all come and give the real. We do receipts and pink slips. I want the real. I want receipts. I want people to be accurate. Chavez had a 10.39. So how did he run a 10.07? 10.07, that's, you know what that is? 10.07 is world class. 4.41 faster than you thought. Wow. Adrian Peterson, all he was known for was breaking up 70 and 80-yard runs. I knew he ran a 4.4. I just know he didn't run a 4.36. You're in a rarefied era when you're talking about running 4.3s. Not that, if you go look at the history of NFL, not that many people have cracked 4.3. So it's very significant. I can almost remember most of them. A lot of them are busts, like DeMarcus Van Dyke and people like that. 4.40. There you go. Was not a 4.36. I think your 4.40 though. That's when they put up that video, right? I think that's the unofficial time. You got to go back. Somebody like NFL Combine results will have the official times. You know, when they put it up on the screen. Does trading just do something? Uh-oh. I didn't think Metcalf would be that good of a receiver. I knew he was a sick athlete, but I didn't think he was all that as a receiver. He was at Ole Miss when he was healthy. He was killing people. Oh, what did Red Ninja say? He 30 minutes late. Billy and Tua is down, hip injury. What type of internet does Red Ninja have? He gonna come in here and tell me about the hip injury like 2 minutes ago. We talked about that shit 6 hours ago. Sean Grenard. McCole ran a 4.36 and slipped out the block. That's hard. Yeah, McCole is a real live track athlete here in the state. Look at Kelly Bryant kind of going through a little bit of progressions. Metcalf shouldn't be possible. Complete freak of nature athlete. He is. He said McCole is insane. McCole's like 110 pounds. I'm not impressed I'm impressed by the speed for sure, but I expect guys to be when you weigh what he weighs, I can see you being fast. I can't see people. This is what people don't understand. I study this shit like a science. Go look at all these top-notch track athletes and see what they weigh. 175 to 180 pounds. You rarely see them go above that. A guy like DK Metcalf weighing like 230, or Adrian Peterson running a 4.4, or Marshawn Lynch 225 pounds running a 4.4. That's freaky. McCole Hardman weighs like what, 170 something pounds? That's what fast people weigh. That's not that impressive like big guys who run fast times. Or even like a Jadeveon Clowney, like 260 or something, whatever he was, running a 4.5. That's nasty. Metcalf is 230. What did what's even more impressive than that? The outside linebacker for the Washington Redskins that played for Mississippi State last year, Montez Sweat. What did Montez Sweat weigh, and how big is he? That's impressive. What does McCole Hardman weigh? Like 180? Saquon Barkley, too, same thing. What he ran, a 4.41 or something like that at 230? Man. But go look at Noah Lyles and all these guys, Christian Coleman, Justin Gatlin, all these guys, like 175 to 180 pounds. And this Florida game is getting out of control. Uh-oh. Down, who's that, Ankrum? Down goes Ankrum. Clowney ran a 4.47. That's hard. Did he run a 4.47, though? Come on, OG friend. If you don't get it from the NFL Combine, I don't know what to tell you. Aaron Donald running 4.6. Chubb 10.6, 100. All you had to pick is 100 down. And you don't even want to say it's 40. You can tell when somebody's a homer. We talking about the 40 times and everything. You're going to go pick up a 10.600 in high school. Devin White, he ran a 4.4 as well. At what, 230 something? OJ Fran says a 4.47 on the first try. That's the unofficial. What is the official times, bro? Well, y'all don't understand about the combine. Nobody cares what flashes up on the screen when they finish running. We care about the official times that come in once they get everybody in there and they do the official times. Devin White ran a 4.42 at 238. Oh, that's hard. Yeah, the Aaron Donald thing wasn't that impressive to me. I'm like, Aaron Donald's about 5'6". You know what I mean? Georgia's Trayvon Walker is 290 and runs close to a 4.5 now. Yeah, we need verification on that, bro. LSU misses Devin White so much this year. It's not like they've been getting bad linebacker play, though. Jacob Phillips is one of the best linebackers in the country, and then Damone Clark coming in balling, Patrick Queen be balling. They're missing people up front. That's what they're missing. They're missing really good pass rushers and good players with abstinence, right, in the run game. That's what they're missing. And they're missing to me, good defensive back play. At least solid defensive back play at all times. Anchor went down hard. That was a hell of a flop. He fell face forward. Von Miller, 4'9". He's 240. Von Miller's a freak, man. He's one of my favorite players ever. Keith Marshall has never recovered from his torn ACL. You crazy. That man ran a 4.31 at the combine, didn't he? What was Rokron's? I think he ran like a 4.5, right? A 4.51 or something like that. You know, coach says Trayvon Walker ain't running no 4.5. That's what I'm saying. We got to verify stuff like that. These dudes just be saying stuff. We don't know what these guys are. Come on now. All right, ENT, see you. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks to everyone else who super chatted as well. Keeping in with the movement to understand that my time is money. Time is precious and valuable. I could be watching this game, working on some content right now, but I'm talking to you goofballs. Chubb went 21 points. See, look at him. Come on, man. What we doing here? Deion Jones, that's hard. 222 running a 4.38. Although he doesn't run a verified 4.38. His 4.38 was at, I can't count. I'm sorry. I can't do Deion Jones at 4.3. You got to run it officially at the combine. I can't take hand times. I've been a part of some hand times. I've timed some of your favorite players that you've seen, some of you guys' favorite players that you see in college football right now. And I ain't gonna lie, we was juicing the clocks. We would stop it a little early or whatever like that just to give them confidence. Then they're 4.4 at 240. That's hard. Can I imagine Hussein Bolt in football? I don't know who Hussein Bolt is. Hussein. Isn't he a terrorist or something like that? Who's Hussein? Who's that receiver that flipped to Oklahoma? Oh, Jaden Hazelwood. What do you feel is the most useless combine drill? The most useless combine drill is that shit where they throw you the ball and you catch it here and then you catch it there and catch it here or whatever like that. Like that shit, you catch the ball and immediately throw it down. It's like anything that you won't see in football. You're not going to catch a ball in football and throw it down. At the very least, at the combine, you do run. I mean, at the 40-yard dash, at least you're running or something like that. But that shit is weird to me. I mean, barely catch the ball, and then you see people doing it too. They barely catch the ball and throw it down, or they don't secure the ball and bring it in. It's just practicing bad habits. Screen pass. Missouri got that shit sniffed out. All right, y'all. No super chat, so your boy got to go. I need to watch this. This is a good game. Thank you. Perhaps see you after the Auburn UGA game. Peace.